running movies. You ever watch any running movies? Can you?
Are we gonna? Here's the thing. Are we gonna count Forrest Gump as running? He runs like a quarter of that movie.
It's easier on the joints. So I'm
Yeah.
more into that. So this kind of inspires me a
Yeah.
little bit to go, okay, maybe I'm not a runner,
Yeah.
but maybe just like some movement. Because even like there's studies that just say
Yeah.
like, hey, if you would just get up and walk a little bit, just
Yeah. He's like go
once
for
in
a
your
walk
life.
like 30 minutes a day or something like that.
Some people have the Apple
Mm.
Watch that will tell them, hey, you need to stand up,
Yeah.
or
You gotta
like
get up, start moving. You have to be
yeah,
moving.
that watch would be across the room. Don't tell me what to do. You got any boats? You got any?
You get about
Like you ever just
let's play
had a
Battleship
bath?
real quick.
It's a different kind of. Okay, I get it now. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see here. I wrote down. Is this my nightmare? Could you imagine, Joe Angel? Somebody okie dokes you that like into being into a running club. Like I'd be very disappointed, dude.
Very disappointed. It's like what?
Hey, I've been okie doked on a hike. Like we went out
Yeah.
there. I'm in like the wrong shoes. I'm in like jeans, and they're like, "Hey, we're just
Oh
gonna go for a
yeah, we're
walk.
just gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go for a walk at the park. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
just gonna go over here to get something to eat." And then they got
Yeah.
sticks, they got poles, and I'm I'm out here just
They got
I'm
half a bottle of
barefooted.
water.
Yeah, yeah. I got a soda. You know what I'm saying? Like they.
If you didn't know it was an anime, like it just looks just like a normal movie.
I mean, I wonder if I'm how many movies I'm watching, or if I've ever watched a movie that I didn't know was based on an anime. Because I was watching something, I was like, this is very much an anime, but I don't know because I don't know what I don't know. Like, is Kung Fu Hustle an anime? Was that Kung Fu? That's now that I think about it, it feels very anime-ish, like.
It feels very anime.
But
Did
maybe, I
you
mean,
watch? Did you ever watch the?
hey, by the way,
Uh,
have you watched a new episode of Solo Leveling? They
no,
dropped
not
it.
yet. I need to watch
It's
it.
it's out.
Sh-
Solo Leveling
Yeah,
is.
yeah. The first episode. I didn't know if they were gonna do like simulcast or if they're gonna drop it all at once.
Hmm.
So, but
Yeah, it
they're
seems
gonna
like
do the
they're gonna.
simulcast. So,
Yeah, the simulcast one at a time.
yeah,
And Kaiju number 8. Maybe we should save this for the podcast. Oh, we're recording right now. Whatever.
yeah. Let's post that.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. Ready. What do you want to do first?
We'll do Run with the Wind first.
Okay.
All right. All right. And here we go. And 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Podcast. Since we joined it with my co-host Sal, and we are still here in 2025, still getting them gains, y'all.
Yeah. New year, new me.
New me, and winter has finally come to Texas. It's crazy
New
though.
new year, new me, new winter. I mean, like, I'm not ready for it, dude. This is the only thing I got. This
Yeah,
sweater right
it's
here.
sweaty. It's the
It's the
only
only.
thing.
I got that and some hot cocoa. I don't even. Did you notice I was drinking hot cocoa
Yeah,
in the middle of the day? You know it's cold when I'm drinking hot cocoa in the middle of the day, like sun's
in the
out. You know what
middle
I'm
of
saying?
the day. Yeah,
Not
that's the thing
like
too.
morning.
Here in Texas, like, the sun is out. There's no clouds, but it is ridiculously cold. It's like the
Yeah,
Arctic.
yeah. If I went outside and took a picture of it and asked you, what do you think the temperature is outside? You'd be like,
Yeah,
oh, it's at least 80, 82,
80, 82.
20.
It's a
It's 20
Fahrenheit,
outside.
not Celsius.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever the conversion is. That plus 17 or
That plus, I have no idea how that works.
yeah, no, or minus 25. I don't know, man. We don't know. We ain't here for math. We
We
here for
we here
anime, bro. Okay, and we're here to
we
get
here
some
for anime.
gains.
Some games.
But before we do, let me tell you this, Joe Angel.
What is
Anime Me is a podcast where we teach you how to love and watch anime one episode at a time, and we got a
one
doozy for you.
episode? And we got a doozy for you because, like we said last week on our episode, that this month is the month of fitness, of getting fit, getting them gains, and the next step in that, you're either on this is like a two-sided street. You either hate it or you love it. And what does everybody hate or love? Running. And which anime are we doing about running? Run with the Wind.
Yes, yes, you hit the nail on the head. Let me ask you before we even start. Like what's your stance on running, bro? Are you for it or
Hate
against it?
it.
I hate it. I hate it so much, dude. Like, why do I hate it? Like, it's actually, okay. We haven't been taught to run properly for those who don't like running, because I
Yeah.
remember talking to somebody. I won't say their names, but I know them really well. They were running. They didn't know how to run. They did like running in high school or
Yeah.
maybe middle school or something like that. And then they actually joined like a track team, and or a friend of theirs was on the track team, and they were like, "Hey,
Yeah.
let's go for a jog." And then they saw them running. They were like, "Hey, who taught you how to run? Because that ain't it. Like, you ain't
What you
doing
doing?
it right." I was like, "What are you
Yeah.
talking about? You just like this." They're like, "Oh, you're supposed to like pinch pennies. Have you ever heard of this? You're pinching
I
pennies."
haven't heard it yet.
That's
I
how
have
you
not
run.
heard
That's why you see people run
that.
like that's, they run like this.
The only thing I know about running is because we got a mutual friend who's a
Hmm.
runner. He runs
Hmm.
marathons. That's his
Yep, yep,
thing.
yep, yep. Hmm.
So I always talk to him about like how he runs, like the shoes and stuff.
Hmm.
Like when we have conversations about running, like he'll tell me like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "Well, I got to do these shoes, or I got to try these shoes on. Like I've tried these shoes, and like I'll do this." He's like, "I only ran this to practice for this," and it's just like when we talk about it, I'm just like, it's a lot just to run. Like,
You
so
see.
something that seems so simple.
I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen a gazelle with shoes on. You know what I'm saying? Like Chester Cheetah's the only
I know
cheetah that I know that wears shoes. You know what I'm
that wear
saying?
shoes.
Like he don't have on those hokas. You know what I'm saying? He's just out there,
Nah.
just
But
barefoot, running, son,
barefoot
like
in
live, barefooting it. Man, yeah, hey, I'm
Oh
the same,
man.
dude. I do not like to run. I think it's like I can't breathe when I'm running, dude. Like
Hmm.
I, I like put the show on and I started
Yeah.
watching. I was like, oh, this better not be about running, bro, because
I'm just
I'm
getting
against
tired of
it.
looking at it
Like, how some people are like against uh communism and like
right now.
the hate in the world. Like that's how I feel
Yeah.
about running, you know what I'm
Like,
saying? Like
right.
that's like I want to just go
Should be banned.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm thinking about let's ban it. I'm ready to get some pickets out and like we sign forms and stuff like that. I'm just so glad that I
Uh,
didn't marry into a family that likes to run on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
we waking up early in the morning
Early in the morning.
before turkey we're
Before
gonna
the
go on
turkey. Yeah.
nah, man, can't do
Nah.
it.
Can't do
Forget
it.
it,
The
man.
only run I'm gonna do on Thanksgiving is run to the convenience store because we forgot something. And I'm
Hey,
driving my car.
they have rolls there. They know what's going on. They know what it
Yeah,
is.
they know.
Like, hey, you forgot the rolls, right? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, 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 yeah.
get that allsup's bread. Yeah,
Yeah, get
some
that also.
listeners they don't know about allsup's bread and how it's the
They
softest
know,
in the.
man. Doc, there's
It,
nothing better than walking into that Ossups and smelling the fresh burritos and chimichangas right out the
that
fryer.
yeah, that fryer oil is
Yeah.
softening everything in the whole place. Including the bread. That's really soft, but
Including the.
everything else. Chips are
Yeah.
soft. They ain't supposed to be soft.
Oh,
All
ain't
right, all right,
supposed
all
to be
right.
so.
Let me get us a synopsis for Run with the Wind before we continue to just spiral into chaos, Joe Angel.
Yeah. Good.
Oh man, this is a long synopsis, bro. And I can't see right now. Like everything's blurry. Like we were on,
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and put it out there. We were on hiatus a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I
yeah.
just woke up from I mean it's the
Just woke up from the
afternoon.
hibernation.
Yeah, I was hibernating. I was hibernating, you're not using your eyes when you're asleep. That's just
Yeah, nah.
okay, here we go.
Eyes are
Here we
at
go.
420p right now.
Yeah, these it's grainy. It's grainy. I got that bootleg version. Okay, here we go.
Bootleg.
Okay, I might just start reading and stop reading. Okay, one chilly March day, Kinsey, how do you say that?
Kanzi,
Kansei University?
Kakikoru. Yeah, Kanzi
Uh,
University.
4-year, Kayosi Haiji. I'm gonna say Haiji? Hygiene.
Hygiene.
Uh, hmm Encounters, Kakeru running uncommonly fast through the streets at night and forces him into living at the Chikusei. Chikusei-so.
Chikase.
Okay. Haiji has a dream and ambition. He became discouraged after suffering an injury in high school, but he wants to run again. He wants to participate in the Hakane Ikerin. That's butchered. No,
Yeah.
not no chance that's close. Okay, and show off his running ability he's been pursuing. He has only 1 year left to turn that dream and ambition into reality. All right, episode
Into
over.
reality.
I got the whole thing. That was
The
it.
whole episode right there.
The whole episode. Uh, it did. You know what? Okay, I got some things written down, but we ain't even gonna look at it, Joe Angel. We ain't looking at it. This show, they get me, because there are some other like running movies. You ever watch any running movies? Can you?
Are we gonna? Here's the thing. Are we gonna count Forrest Gump as running? He runs like a quarter of that movie.
You
It's like
know,
five of the acts he's run.
I mean, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. Like that is you're no joke. I mean, yeah, he runs in the forest. He's running when he's a kid. He runs in football. Yo, you just
He
blew my
runs
mind.
coast to coast running.
It's a running movie. Like I'm thinking
Yeah.
like more classic, like let's see here, Chariots of Fire. I
Uh,
think Chariots of Fire is a running
yeah.
movie.
That one.
Did you ever see McFarlane? Is it
No, I
Mc,
haven't
Mc,
seen one.
McFarlane? Dude, hey, do yourself a favor. After this, I think it may be on Disney. Maybe a Disney movie. It's called
Yeah.
McFarlane. I think. I'm pretty sure it's Martin McFarlane, but it's about these boys in like California, maybe, and they're
Yeah.
not runners. They're just like regular kids, and some like coach or yeah, they want to get them off the streets or want to like give them a better chance or something like that. It's based off a true
Yeah.
story, and they're Mexican boys. They're all hey,
The Mexican.
they're
The
Mexican
Mexicans.
boys. Hey, and some of them boys, they ain't built for running. You know what I'm saying? They're like
Yeah.
linebackers
They,
or
they got that manteca dripping down their beards, even though they're 12.
everybody else is eating energy bars and he got a tamale. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is, dude. Watch it, dude. Like it is. It'll get you. You're like, hey, if that doesn't inspire you to run, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
It didn't. I mean, it inspired me for a second to think about it. I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I could
Yeah.
probably.
You thought really like I could probably do this.
And
Yeah.
then I was like, I thought better of that. I was like, no, no, that's right.
Nah.
Stand on our. We got morals here. We don't
You,
run, okay?
you open that door, you felt the cold wind, you're like, nah, not today.
20 degrees out there. Uh, okay, so like, okay, back to the show.
Yeah.
This show, like, okay, yeah, but I brought that up because they're running movies that are like just good movies. They're just like good movies, and I feel like this show is just a show that like does a good job at telling a story and then tricks you into like they don't tell you they don't fully let you in on that how much of a running show
Yeah.
this is gonna be. Not
Yeah.
initially. Not initially. They're just
Yeah.
like fall in love with the great guitar intro,
Yes.
fall in love with these like the illustration, like the animation is
Yeah.
really crisp and clean
Smooth.
and smooth. Like there's some scenes in
Yeah.
in the show that you're just like, oh, that's nice. That like looks good, right?
When he like sees them, I think we do a little cut back in between the middle of the show.
Quentin
It cuts
Tarantino
back to
style.
the Quentin Tarantino style cuts back to the beginning. We see Haji seeing Kakaru running, but from
Hmm.
Haji's point of view, he's like
Running with the wind.
glowing,
Yeah,
running up the
he's
wind. He's glowing. He's like an angel running. Like he's like
he's
seeing Jesus.
like yeah, he's coloring. He is seeing Jesus. He's like, oh snap,
Yeah,
I must follow him. I must follow
yeah.
him. He's like Pocahontas painting with the wind,
Pocahontas.
dude. Like just
Yeah,
like
bro.
just
He is
gliding.
the wind.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. There was one time, and it happened, and it's the only thing I hang my hat on. I was in high school, and between our workout, we went out for a run. Like everybody's gonna go
Yeah,
around the track, and we're just gonna run and for a time limit. Like it didn't, however, whatever you cover within this certain amount of time, that's how much
yeah.
you'll run.
That's it. Yeah,
And I went around the track and I just started. And I always, and I knew even then, I was like, I hate running, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go. Like I get a side stitch, immediately, and
yeah.
if you run and your head is like, if your head is sideways like this,
Yeah, to the
you're,
side. Yeah,
yeah, like you're trying to lay down, like you're
yeah.
you're
try,
trying, your
try to take a
body
nap.
yeah, your body wants you to take a nap. What? Just your body's just like, what are you doing to us, dude? Don't do it.
Yeah. We're not built for this.
Hey, we ain't built for this. But hey, I was like straight up good posture, and I went around the track. I don't know how many times, but I think I randomly ran like 3 miles or something like that. And I was like, I blew my own mind. I was like, maybe I'm a runner, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I did it, man. Like, I'm doing it. And then, like, the next day hit and my legs were killing me. I was like, nah, I ain't running, dude. I'm barely even a walker. I don't even, like, a gentle stroll. Forget it, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
like,
Nah, forget it. Can't
when
even
can
get
we
out of
get,
bed.
yeah, like, when are we gonna lay down again or sit down? I
Yeah.
like, that's more my, what I'm saying. Look at this
This is more my
cardigan.
speed. Yeah.
This cardigan, this cardigan says,
Sit down cardigan.
yeah, it's a sitting cardigan. Oh, snap.
Uh,
Anyway, yeah, so I put a check mark on it. The audio, once again, anime doing the best. Anime doing the best with the surround sound.
yeah.
So good. The
So good.
animation looks good. The way they do like the way they like set this whole story up and he pulls the okie doke at the end,
Yeah.
it's so beautifully done. It's like really well done. Like I was intrigued by the show. I was like
Yeah.
watching it and going, oh, I like the way they're setting up this story. Like they really
Yeah.
are, no exposition. Not like I'm against it or anything, but we just
Yeah.
there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We just
and
say,
and
yeah.
and we just let the story tell us. Like we don't have any kind of narration. We just have every now and then you hear inner thoughts from some people just a little bit, but we're just like,
This is
you know,
like little giants. They're gonna learn how to be a team.
yeah, oh
Yeah.
dude, it is. I love the concept.
Yeah.
Like this is
Yeah.
hilarious. Hygie. Let's just we'll
We're
cover a little
call him
bit.
hijinks because he's pulling hijinks.
Oh snap, he is yeah. This is Jap. Like we were
This
talking
is
about
the
earlier. Japanese
Japanese game show.
people. So he pranked him. This is the ultimate
Yeah.
prank. Hey, like you thought you were living somewhere.
Yeah.
He pulls out the board. He has the board
Yeah.
and it shows the name of the house
Yeah.
and then in tiny print he's like, this is the track club.
Yeah.
That was good.
Guys, this is why you always read the fine print.
Hey, that's us. That's us. The
Yeah.
terms and conditions. Yeah, I read it. Check mark.
Ready. Give me the check
What is
mark.
it? What was that? What does it say? Firstborn? What are we looking at here? Like for real, he gets it with that terms and conditions. Like but the way they like it feels. I feel myself kind of like, you know what? Yes. I mean, maybe it's just the new year in me, but I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? I just I'm more of a bicycle rider. I got a bike ride. For real,
Yeah.
for real. I like have like a little bike ride. I used to ride like some of these little like races a little bit.
Racist. Yeah.
and I like to go on I would map my ride and all that kind of stuff. It's easier on the joints. So I'm
Yeah.
more into that. So this kind of inspires me a
Yeah.
little bit to go, okay, maybe I'm not a runner,
Yeah.
but maybe just like some movement, because even like there's studies that just say
Yeah.
like, hey, if you would just get up and walk a little bit, just
Yeah. It's like go
once
for
in
a
your
walk
life.
like 30 minutes a day or something like that.
Some people have the Apple
Mm.
Watch that will tell them, hey, you need to stand up,
Yeah.
or
Yeah. You got to
like
get up, start moving. You have to be
yeah,
moving.
that watch would be across the room. Don't tell me what to do. You don't know my
Which I
life
think
watch.
uh, doesn't it also like tell you like, hey, it's too loud. You need to be somewhere else because you've been in this loud
No,
environment for a reason. I think there's
I,
something on there too where it'll like read the decibels and tell you like, hey, uh, this has been too loud. You gotta lower it down or go somewhere else. I'm just like, nah, I'm at a
I
concert
might.
right now.
You
I'm right
don't
by
know
the
me.
speaker. I'm close to the stage.
You
I
know,
don't care.
but I do need somebody looking after me, man, because I can't hear Joe
Yeah.
Angel. I can't do it.
Can't hear.
I'm like, I don't know if what's going on, but I did reach a milestone in age, so I'm at a certain age now where things are just falling apart. And we also see that. So Hygie, that's what they put this whole
Yeah.
thing. This is the thing I like about the show, is that they are like, I didn't know where it was going. One, two, they give you the stakes. We have stakes in this show. Like something is
Yeah.
happening, and so it's Hygie like tricked these guys. He wants to get 10 people
Yeah.
in this track club. He has the landlord, quote unquote, who's actually an amazing
Yeah.
coach, all
Yeah.
waiting in the wings. He's waiting in the wings. He's like, all right, I finally got my 10th guy. And this guy's an actual
Yeah.
runner. I think there's some other guys that I think are like, he's kind of expecting them to just be, I think he's like, he's found each one of them individually. Like they're athletes, and
Yeah.
they just don't know that they're into running. He's going to make them into runners. And, but, so this is his last year. And he comes upon Kakare, Kakaru, Kakaru.
Let's state the fact real quick. He comes around Kaguru running because he stole a piece of bread from a convenience store.
Yo, yeah,
That's why he's
let's
running.
not. I was there, dude. I was there, Joe Angel.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about that college life, because right there, they're in college. We're at college age here,
Yeah.
which
They're in college age. You know, he got an Oscar's bread. That's what it was.
you can't say no to
Yeah.
it. It's too
Can't say
soft.
no.
If you touch it, you go like that. It's like, oh, okay, that's mine now. I don't care if I had
Yeah.
the money for it or
That's right.
not.
I'm getting it.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it. What does it cost? Don't matter. Everything's expensive now. Get it.
Yeah.
I was a college guy, college kid, like this dude was, and every now and then you got a little desperate. Now, I didn't steal
Yeah.
anything per se, but let's just say that I would show up to functions with like Tupperware just ready to go. Like, I got
It's
empty
ready to go.
Tupperware. I just so
Yeah.
happen to have empty Tupperware if you got leftovers. I like,
Yeah, I'll take them off your hand, you know.
well, they're
Hey,
just
if
been
you
sitting
could throw
years.
it away, just throw it in here, man. I can take it away for you.
You slip that, hey, you slip this Tupperware up and just go like this. I got you.
I got
I'm
you.
the,
That's why you
I'm,
stick. That's why you stick around for the cleanup. You just throw everything in Tupperware. Oh yeah, yeah,
oh yeah, I ain't going anywhere.
yeah.
So I know what it was like, but like he's like running like the wind, and that was the cool thing about it, because I did watch this twice because it is in sub only.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd do my due diligence this time and go, I'm gonna have to watch it twice. Once to watch it, and the
Let's
other one
watch
to
it.
write down. I gotta write down some notes.
Notes. Yeah.
But I love that because I was watching and I'm just like, oh, interesting. He just like comes upon him. I didn't realize that there was somebody yelling in the background like, "Hey, catch that guy"
Yeah,
or something
it's
like
like which I like too because it's very subtle.
that.
Like you see, because it's like that's how far behind that guy is and how fast a Kakaro's running. Like he's so
He
far where
was
he's like in the distance.
he was doing at least 55
Yeah,
in the
55.
school zone. That boy
Yes. Pull that boy over.
he could have got a ticket. He's going so fast. That boy was like cruising because Heiji he's on his bicycle
Yeah,
and he catches up to him,
yeah.
and that fool is like he's like wi-
he's speeding. Yeah,
he's smoking it like it's like, and that guy
yeah,
is just like nice brisk, cutting through the wind.
yeah,
Uh, I've never, I mean, I don't know if I've never stolen a loaf of bread, but I mean, I've seen it done like by Aladdin. Aladdin did it one
yeah,
time. It's like what you do, like it's the
yeah,
easiest. And bread is cheap too, by the way. Like,
yeah.
and it's also
It's just bread.
it, it's like a
Yeah,
baton actually. He's running
yeah,
but he's already ready.
yeah,
You watch the credits too, like they show some of the stuff, and one of the things I noticed is that there's like they're doing like all the little snippets of them running and interacting and stuff. But one
yeah,
of the parts is they have like a rag or it looks like a towel and they were passing it to each other. It made me wonder,
yeah,
I've never seen anything like that. I've always just seen the baton. I wonder if this like that's an actual thing where they
yeah.
run and they pass a towel instead or like
Mm,
I don't know anything
maybe
about.
it could be just like maybe like they're practicing and they don't have a baton. They just got a
Yeah,
towel.
you got
So
to do what you got to do. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I
yeah,
can see that. If you're not a super, you don't have a cape to play Superman, so you have to
yeah.
get a towel and to just
You
paper.
get the longest towel you can get.
Now you're Superman.
Yeah, yeah, Superman.
Okay, let's see. I wrote down. What is the Japanese drinking age? You have any idea?
I believe is it? 'Cause I
I
think
don't know.
18's Canada.
I wonder if it's 18 here
Uh,
because here's the thing. Because
nah,
it's got to
Japanese drinking
be
age.
it's got to be older, right? Like 21 maybe?
Let's see.
Because okay, so
Uh, so the legal drinking age in Japan is 18 years of age as of April 2022. So
okay.
18.
So like he must be 17. He's like super young. Like he ain't even it's his first he's a freshman or something because he says in there like that they're like sitting around, they have this like welcome dinner. It's to celebrate that they have 10 people living in this place. They all think that they're just like
Yeah.
they've hit a milestone of like, "Oh, we've got the whole place filled up." Little do they know they're all part of a running team and none of them know about it and
Yeah.
but
Or hang on, it might be 20.
it's got to be. It's got to be because he goes, "I'm not."
Yeah.
Somebody offers him a drink and he's like, "I'm not of age to drink."
Yeah. Either 18 or 20. It might be 20. I think they
So
probably bumped it up to 20.
I
Yeah.
also have another question here because yeah, they're living like slobs. It's like all these
Yeah.
college kids
Yeah.
living in a
It's a college guy dorm
it's a
for sure.
college dorm wreck, real nasty.
Yeah.
Like they're all slovenly. There's a
Yeah.
hole in the ground, in the
Yeah.
floor.
College days. You're just getting whatever you can. Couch on the side of the road, missing the seat. Hey, whatever. We'll figure something out. Just grab it.
Put a blanket over it. Put a blanket over it.
Yeah.
It's
Put a
fine.
blanket over it. Yeah.
I tell you what I wouldn't do though. I do most of the stuff that I see in Japan, like the food and like all the cultural stuff, staying in some of these places, driving on the wrong side of the road. I'll even do that.
Yeah.
Public bath. Can you explain to me what a public bath is? Because is it
The
close
public
to a
bathhouses.
yeah, it's a public
Yeah.
bathroom. Let's just say like
Yeah.
I've been to several like I've been out and about a little bit recently, and
Yeah.
everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it out there. I don't care. I'm gonna say 50% of guys do not wash their hands, dude. Like they go to the restroom, they do their business, and they walk straight
And
out.
walk right out.
Don't even, they don't even think about water or paper. They're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Reduce, reuse, recycle,
Yeah.
or don't use, dude.
Yeah.
So that public bathhouse has got to be disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, what is that? Do you know anything about
But
that?
yeah, so it's like because like baths are a big thing in Japan too. Because I think like they have like the shower and stuff normally where you like do your actual cleaning with soap, and I
Hmm.
think after that in the bathtubs they actually kind of soak.
Okay.
And I don't know if they do like anything like bath salts or like what a bath bomb would be, but they
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of do
yeah.
that. It's like a self care routine, and like it helps the skin and so they
It's-
got the public bathhouses. They give it like the sauna at the YMCA type
yeah,
shit.
or like a hot tub, I
Like
guess.
that. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
hot
yeah, yeah.
tub stuff like that because they also have the shower sections where you could like wash yourself down before you get in and stuff. So
Okay, yeah.
it's like check out a big jacuzzi for a
Yeah.
minimum.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
more down there. I guess if you call it a bath, you know what I'm saying, like my mind goes somewhere else. You know what I'm saying, like you know, it's like,
Sharing the soap. Hey, can you borrow
yeah,
that bar soap?
you got a little. Hey, can I borrow that rubber ducky? You done with that rubber
Yeah.
ducky? You got any boats? You got any?
You get boats.
Like ever just
Play
having a
Battleship
bath?
real quick.
It's a different kind of. Okay, I get it now. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see here. I wrote down. Is this my nightmare? Could you imagine, Joe Angel? Somebody okie dokes you that like into being into a running club. Like I'd be very disappointed, dude.
Very disappointed. It's like, what?
Hey, I've been okey doked on a hike. You know, like we went out
Yeah.
there. I'm in like the wrong shoes. I'm in like jeans, and they're like, "Hey, we're just
Oh,
gonna go
hey,
for a
yeah, we're
walk.
just gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go for a walk at the park. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
just
Cool.
gonna go over here to get something to eat." And then
Yeah.
they got sticks, they got poles, and I'm out here just
They got
I'm
half a bottle of
barefooted.
water.
Yeah, yeah. I got a soda. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't
Yeah.
pushing. You ever go on a walk unprepared? A hike, I mean, a hike unprepared, dude. It's the
Yeah, we
worst.
did in Colorado.
It's the worst.
It's
It's
the
the
worst,
worst.
man.
Um, let's see here. Hmm. I got some other stuff written down. Oh, you know what else I really liked about Hygie? Hijinks, someone call him Hijinks.
Hijinks.
He like they start to we start to see like his. I don't know if it's just like his. It's interesting. I don't know what his motivation is that he wants to run, but then also he doesn't run to stay fit, you know, because Kakaru asked him like, "Hey, are you running to like stay in shape?" He's like, "No, I run." I think he doesn't really say what he runs for. He just says, "No, I don't do that." Like, I think he
Yeah.
runs because of the runner's high that you hear about, or
Yeah.
like, which that's why I don't run, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get addicted. You know, like
Yeah.
it's a slippery
I'm not.
slope.
I'm against it. Yeah.
It's a it's a slippery slope. You start running to get the runner's high, and then what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
don't. uh, but like, oh, so he like picks up. Uh, how do you say his first name?
uh, Kurahara.
Kurahara. Kurahara.
Kurahara.
Kurahara. He picks up Kurahara, and he's like, "All right, hey." He takes him out, gives him a Gatorade. He catches up to him, and he's like, "You like to run? uh how about you, do you need a place to stay?" He kind of gives him the whole his whole life story, and he comes to find
Yeah.
out that he goes to the same university, and he's like a
Yeah.
runner, and so he's like, "Hey, you're
Yeah.
perfect for this."
He's fast talking too. He's like fast talking him up, like, oh yeah, hey, what do you do? What do you do? Where do you live? Do you live here? Oh, you don't
Uh-huh,
have a
uh-huh.
house? Oh, what about your money? Oh, I lost all my money gambling. Oh, well, hey, I got a place for you at my apartment. I can't pay. Don't worry about it. You can just come stay. We'll take care of that
Uh-huh.
later. Just pay when you can. Like he's like fast talking.
And it's a good deal too. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm taking that deal. You know what I'm saying? Like I just had to
Yeah.
steal bread, you know what I'm saying? And then they come in, and he's
Oh yeah.
like, they got this what they called it country cooking. What is country
Yeah.
cooking? Because I was like, I want whatever that is. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's just like probably. I think it might. It seemed like outdoor cooking. It seemed like they're just camping cooking. That's what it seemed
Yeah,
like.
yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, so yeah, you just kind of. Oh, so he picks him up, and but before he does, he goes. But before we do, we're gonna go apologize to the shop owner. So he's got some
Yeah.
sort of like moral code or moral sequence in his, or thing in his life where he
Yeah.
just kind of like, let's make things right. Don't be a criminal, and like let's go to school.
Yeah.
Which I love that about this show.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Very Disney esque.
yeah, a little bit, right?
Yeah.
A little bit like it's a sweetie pie move,
Yeah.
and but you don't, but which makes him like likable, and that's the thing because he the way they are making it, setting it up at the very end, he's like, I'm gonna talk you into this. I'm gonna like convince you that you should be in this running club, and I'm gonna win the rest of the guys over too. So he has
Yeah,
some sort of power. It's called Woo. W O
called Woo.
O. Ready for this? It's called Woo. Winning others over. And this
Over.
guy has got it. He's about to win these guys
Got it.
over. And you know
Yeah,
what? It got me. I'm won
got you.
over. I'm about to, hey, I'm about to put on my flip flops,
uh,
my running. I'm putting my Crocs
flip
in sport,
flops.
putting my
Yes,
Crocs in sport mode.
smart mode.
I'm going for a jog right after this, dude. Let's do this.
Oh man. Oh, all right, man. Well, let's run into some facts real quick about
Mm-hmm,
this
mm-hmm.
show. So, Run with the Wind started as a novel written by Shihon Miura, and it was published all the way back in September of 2006 by Shinchusa Publication. And so it started off as a novel
2006.
called
You know, I think that that's the thing. Like, I feel like, and I don't know if you maybe you can attest this to me for me, but like, there's something about a novel and the way it's written, and when it's translated to like, say, a movie or TV show,
yeah,
as opposed to like, you know, a short story or a manga where
yeah,
they kind of have to they fill in some of the story or something like that. This like
yeah,
it feels like all the characters feel like somebody. They feel like so they because they go through
yeah,
it. There's a sequence where they talk to everybody and they're like, this person. They got the Joe
yeah,
Bros. The Joe Bros are there. They
yeah.
got
The Joe
King in there.
Bros.
You know,
Yeah, they got the lawyer in there.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and they all feel like they're like their own character a little bit. And
yeah,
I wonder if like the novel's a little bit
yeah,
more successful in like rounding out
yeah,
characters. But I don't know. That's just me, maybe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. With novels, some of it, like with Harry Potter, like Order of the Phoenix, like
Hmm.
a lot of that book and that movie, they kind of had to take out and leave some stuff because a lot of that book was Harry talking to himself. Like it was a real like introspective
Oh,
book of
interesting.
the Harry Potter series
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
was like feeling separated from everybody and he was getting into um spoiler alert, Harry's a Horcrux if you don't know that. It's
Oh
been
my
ages now.
gosh,
Oh gosh.
dude. You only
Spoiler.
you only had 20 years of
Only had 20 years. But yeah, so he's dealing that whole thing is coming up and dealing with that. And so with like us with novels and stuff, I think a lot of it just it depicts on whoever's doing the translation from it into a different media if they
Hmm.
can carry that over well or not.
Yeah, if they actually like capture all of those little parts and
Yeah.
pieces. It makes me wonder though, like, is there a movie that you've watched in a while, or if I've watched maybe one other movie, but they don't usually, it doesn't get taken too seriously, but like overdubbing or
Yeah.
narration in the, you know, in your mind, you know, like, oh, I got to do this
Yeah.
thing. Like, I think of A Christmas Story, that's old school,
Mm.
where, you know,
Oh
where
yeah.
there's a narrator, but it's also
Yeah.
first person, you know, omniscient kind of
It's
thing.
himself in the future talking about his past.
Yeah, yeah. But like as far as
Yeah.
like like a current character like talking to
Yeah.
themselves out loud in a movie
Mm.
or a show, like a live action show, if that actually
Yeah.
works. I can't think of any
I
off the
can't
top of
really
my
think.
head.
Yeah,
You
if
know?
anything, like it's more. It seemed like it's more in animation or stuff.
Yeah. Or
That would happen. Yeah,
yeah, or in a manga or something like that where you see a little thought bubble.
yeah,
And
the
that,
thought bubbles and stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah. All
Yeah.
right, go on. Go on. My bad.
Which, by the way, the manga of this came out in October of 2007, so about like a year after the novel came out, and it was illustrated by Surata Uno, and it was published in Shueisha Seinen Manga Magazine, Weekly Young Jump, but it moved over to Monthly Young Jump in 2008 where it stayed until November of 2009. And so it came out to a total of 6 volumes for the manga. So as far as like story, novel, and manga, all that's done and complete.
So the story is
So,
over
yeah,
and written.
yeah,
So there's a conclusion to all of this.
yeah,
There has to be because the thing is, he has 1 year to accomplish his dream. So I'm just trying to
Yeah,
think how they like that says to me that this story is going to be short-lived, which
yeah,
is an interesting thing. Also, once again, a novel too, because a novel is a complete thing. You wrote a book.
yeah,
There's a beginning and an end to it. There's an end to this story, so there's going to be an end to
yeah,
this manga or this anime as
yeah,
well. So that is interesting. I mean, I think I like that idea because then I don't have to. I can feel like they're going to get this done in a couple seasons as
yeah.
opposed to.
It's like now they got all right. We got the whole thing. We can plan it out. That we could give if we want to give it more time, more space. If you want to focus more on things, we could do that. Versus as waiting for a 6 episodes trashy season.
Yeah, 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 that's right. They're like, they got the content there.
Yeah,
They don't, and they could just like spread it out and it's like
yeah,
fully fleshed out and thought through.
yeah,
And everything is very succinct. Like I could see that.
yeah.
It's a little bit more, laser focused.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, how many it was, so tell me about
Uh,
the anime then.
so the anime came out in October of 2018, and it ran all the way till March of 2019, and it has a total of 23 episodes. So they took 23 episodes to tell this whole story with the anime.
This is all of it.
It's all of it done.
Yes. Yes. No need to be a marathon. Okay. We don't need a
You
thousand
don't need a marathon, dude.
a
Yeah.
thousand episodes.
One episode per mile.
Yes. Almost.
uh,
Almost. I'm no
uh,
math. I like that. I like that.
yeah. But yeah,
That's
so the studio that animated this was Production IG, which they done some really good stuff too.
yeah.
So
Give me something else.
they're
You know anything else they've done any? Because I love the
yeah.
way
So I know they've actually done. Hang on, let me see.
there are some
Where's my
things that
list?
happen in the show that I'm just like, oh man, I like the way that looks. I like the way this kind of it feels. Some of the stuff that they cut back to childhood stuff and like
Yeah,
a lot of this stuff, like I like all the background music, like it's all very it's not, none of it's in the
yeah.
way, none of it's
It
in the way.
like the background music was so good. I loved it so much. Like it was so like it was so like vibey. It was like lo-fi type stuff.
Yeah, yeah, a
Like
little
it was
bit,
just so
right?
chill, and I was just like, oh, I could like
Uh-huh.
just give me a whole album of this.
I mean, I could probably run to it, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you put this on,
Yeah,
put in the headphones.
go for a run.
But I'm against it though. Let's go back to it. Well, I'm against it. I mean, like I'm morally opposed.
You know, that's half of why people's head are on their shoulder because they're trying to hold the earbud in because it's about to fall out.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. They just don't fit like they supposed to.
Not like they're supposed to.
Hmm.
Um, Hang on, I'm trying to find my list. Where's my list? Yeah, so like Production ID, they've done Ghost of the Shell. They've
Oh,
done Blood Sea. They've done Haiku, which is a volleyball one. They've done uh 009 Cyborg. They've done like a lot of good anime. Like
okay.
they've been pretty good, which is why I like the animation of this was really good because they're like a really good studio.
Yeah, I mean it's crisp, dude. Like I like all their choices with like coloring and the softness, the line, the line work,
Yeah,
the way they envision, him moving like a ghost,
yeah,
like Mario with the star. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So good.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I'm here for it, dude. I'm here for it.
So good. Um, and it's so good, like so well done that it actually has a live action movie that came out before the anime.
Before
So
the anime.
yeah, the live action movie came out in October of 2009.
You know what? I'm down for that, dude. Like as I was watching it, I go, this is a story that can be done. Like live action
in
style,
live
because
action.
the concept is great, right? The concept is
Yeah,
hilarious. Like, the fact that he has to talk these guys that he tricked into like being in a running
yeah,
club. It's like
so good.
it it's so good. It feels grounded enough. Like that it feels like, oh, I can believe something like that.
Yeah,
Like I can kind of
and there's no like real crazy effects you have to worry about to translating either in real life. Like it's just costume designs, pretty easy to do. So
yeah,
yeah, that's pretty much will probably be the biggest thing is the costume designs.
that's it. Yeah, that's it. The
Yeah,
rest of it is just like hopefully good writing and good
yeah,
acting. And hopefully the story is strong enough to like
yeah,
carry its way. Of course, I don't know this. All I know is this first
yeah,
episode, but it seems
yeah.
promising.
Seems good. Yeah, and so, but even with that too, when they did the anime, they got different characters. So different actors were used in the live action, and then they got another new set of actors for the anime. And so
So they don't have any like do they have the blonde Joe Bros in this one? I hope they do in the live action.
yeah, but I don't think they're blonde. I'm not sure. I found the trailer for it on YouTube earlier. Uh, I mean, it looked good. Like it
Yeah.
looks like if you didn't know it was an anime, like it just looks just like a normal movie.
I mean, I wonder if I'm how many movies I'm watching or if I've ever watched a movie that I didn't know was based on an anime. Because I was watching something, I was like, this is very much an anime, but I don't know because I don't know what I don't know. Like, is Kung Fu Hustle an anime? Was that Kung Fu? That's now that I think about it, it feels very anime-ish, like.
It feels very anime.
But
Did
maybe, I
you
mean,
watch? Did you ever watch the Alita Battle Angel?
I did.
It was the android. That's based off an anime.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's interesting because yeah, you don't
yeah.
they don't sell it that way. You don't think about it.
Nah,
You just like I just think of it as like a fun,
like a
story.
cool movie. Yeah,
Cool
sci-fi
movie.
movie. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
no, that was actually based off an anime.
Okay, there you go. See, there's one.
Yeah,
There's one.
yeah.
Uh,
Alright.
what was the thing I was going to tell you about something here? Oh, the very end. So there's something else. And this is the other thing they do really well in the show is that, they kind of slow build the story, but they also give us a teaser at the very beginnings to kind of hook you a little bit. And
Yeah,
then they kind of create the stakes. They show him kind of hobbled because his knee, Hygie had a knee problem, and he only has this
yeah,
last year to kind of accomplish his dreams. But then
yeah.
also, he knows who Old Boy is. He's like, hey, I know who you
Straight up
are.
oracles in, man.
Yeah,
Straight up oracle.
yeah, yeah, exactly. This man knows some things. He's the
Yeah,
chosen one. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
he's
like
chosen. Yeah,
because I think he mentions it like, "Hey, you're so and so from this high school," and
yeah.
he turns around. He's like, "Wait a
What?
second, you've been this boy been Facebook stalking me.
Facebook stock.
This he done his homework." But like
Got him, man.
it's that other little thing that they do at the very end of the show to kind of like hook you for the next episode. You go, well,
Yeah.
we gotta find out what's
Yeah,
next,
I gotta find out. Well, yeah, what's so surprising about him figuring out? Like, is he actually somebody?
He
Yeah,
was he was running so fast that he like ran over somebody and killed them, and like I promised I'd never run again.
good again. Yeah.
That's what it is. I hope that's what it is. He's like, I promised I'd never run again.
Never run again. Hung up
By
my
the way,
shoes.
I can't get over the fact that Forrest Gump is a running movie. Like, you got me.
Gotcha.
It's so
All
good.
right, well, let's get into the squawk talk.
Mm, I think you can already tell. I think you can
All
already
right, too.
tell
Yeah,
how much I like this show. Like, I was kind of sitting there thinking, usually I'm kind of like taking notes and I'm just kind of like looking for stuff like, that's silly, or what does that even mean, or why are they doing this? But I didn't have a whole lot of questions really. Like, I'm just kind of like watching it and like listening to like this story of like a guy that I'm like,
yeah,
it feels like some of this could really actually happen, or like, or you can kind of relate a little bit, like, you want to live your glory days. You want to like accomplish a thing, but you need a little bit of help, from some friends.
Yeah.
And and so like it just kind of leaves the door open for so many like fun possible things. Like, you're going to be there for their triumphs or for their failure. You're going to be there for like them like becoming friends and kind of opening up to each other and like having each other's back and all these kind of things, like struggles between, like
Yeah.
it just seems like there's this is a bevy of like storyline
Yeah.
and possibilities. I mean, it seems very well grounded too. Like it's not overtly silly, it's got some lighthearted stuff right now, and but it seems kind of sweet too. So I don't know, and I love the concept.
Yeah. It does have
So
like a very like kind of building a brotherhood feel to it. Like it's like relationships growing from like people who are from different places who ended up at the same place, and now they're in the same situations, and so they're counting on one another, to
yeah,
get through it. And
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like that type of like brotherhood building, team sport building. They have there's a goal um, that they want to get to you, and they each got to do their part to make it. And so,
I only had actually, I only have one. I have two things. The only two things I don't like about the show. One,
really,
running. Just running. Everything that this show is based on, I hate
hate
it.
it.
Uh, Two, in their house, whatever you call it, there's a poster. Did you see the poster of the girl sitting behind everybody? Go back, watch the first episode. Uh, I don't know if you're gonna have to bleep me on this, but she looks kidnapped. Okay, like I'm like, what is this poster of a kidnapped girl on the wall? Like,
No, I think I was too focused on the fact that they try to hide a hole on the floor with a box of tissues.
oh. And then they go, put some magazines on it. Don't tell the
Yeah, put the
landlord.
box.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. That's such a
Yeah.
college thing to do. Such a college.
Leave that
There's
stack right there in the middle of the floor.
that poster's probably covering up a hole, in the wall. That
Probably.
because that's definitely a move
Yeah.
that's been done before.
Oh man.
So okay, let's see here. If I were to give this,
Yeah.
1 out of 5 laps around
5 laps
a
around the
track,
track. How many you doing?
before I give up, before I start wheezing, before I take a tamale break, like
Before we take a Somali break. Before we crap up.
yeah, before I get that Mexican soda in me to
Yeah.
quench my thirst. Um, I could see myself watching the show. I'm gonna say I'm probably like, you know, I'm teetering at 4 star. Like the thing
Yeah.
is, it does everything really well. I don't have anything to knock on this show, and I wonder, it makes me wonder about our mutual running friend.
Yeah.
Did you think about him like
Which,
if you
yeah, I
watched the
thought about
show?
him this whole time because his wife too, who's also our friend, she's in the anime.
She loves
So I
anime.
feel like if we show her this, she could probably get him into it because even though she's in anime, he's not.
He's not into anime.
He'll watch some like Miyazaki films, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
sure, sure.
You know, but if it's like anime, it's like it has to be something specific for him to be like, oh yeah, and I'll check that out. 'Cause if it's either about it could be running or barbecuing. Those are his two things: running and barbecue.
Yeah, it makes me wonder though, like, cause like we did the thing before where I like
Yeah,
you showed me like a gymnastics anime and I was kind of
yeah,
into it. Didn't in all complete disclosure, I didn't end up
yeah,
continuing to watch the show, but I'm wondering if somebody who was a runner, if they would really be into
yeah,
it, because the way they depict the whole like him running and that whole like
yeah,
ghostly, like he was just like an efficient machine, just kind of like cutting
yeah,
through the wind. And I wonder if like people who run feel that, like they feel themselves kind of
yeah,
like doing something really well and like because I could kind of feel that sometimes when I was
yeah,
on my bike and I'd be bike riding
yeah.
and I could feel myself kind of
Like,
like doing it.
was that? was that part a depiction of like the runner's high? Like, is that what it feels like?
Yes, that's what I was wondering too. I was
Yeah,
like, is that the thing where you like, oh man, yeah,
yeah,
I the way they did that, I could. That's how I've gotten to that
yeah,
point. Like running with the wind at
yeah.
your back or something like that. I don't know anything about running, Joe Angel.
Yeah. N-
None of it. Ru
None of it.
Running out of gas. That's about it.
That's about it.
But I'd give this. I'm gonna give it 4 laps or 3 1/4. 3 1/4 laps.
3 1/4 laps.
And I only give it that low just because I don't know if I wasn't gonna really watch the show, I just watched it and I just wanted to rate it. I'm giving it
Yeah,
5 laps. But if am I gonna
yeah,
actually watch it? I'll be probably out 4 out of 5
yeah.
for me. What about you? I feel like this is new to you
Four,
too.
five. Yeah, this one was new to me because I was like looking up a bunch of stuff, and because I know, like I said, there's animes about a lot of different stuff, and so I knew since this is our month of fitness,
Mm-hmm.
Gainswary,
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find, a bunch of different sports mangas, trying to figure out which ones, and looking for specific ones, and this was like a specific one that I
Yeah.
found, and so like I said, the music
Great.
got me right at the back, like
Mm-hmm.
so good.
Mm-hmm.
The sound design good, animation good. I do feel like it has like a good story.
Yeah.
Um, and so I did start watching the second episode after it,
Mm-hmm.
and so um,
Would you
probably
say this
after I
is like
watched,
slice of lifey?
yeah, it's pretty much like it's like half sports, half slice of life, because it is about a group of college guys who are on a track team now,
Yeah.
and so it's like I'm pretty sure they'll get into like their social life. Probably show some school stuff, some college stuff, um, and so with all that being said, I'm gonna give this a 3.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I like that. That's solid.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's somewhere between you and me. That's where we kind of land
yeah,
on this. But I just wonder if somebody who was really into running, if they would kind of like
yeah.
enjoy this.
Yeah, if they would like get into it, be able to be like, oh yeah, yeah, I can get that. I can understand
Hmm.
that. Um,
I don't know if I've ever seen like a TV show about running. Like we've seen TV shows about like
uh, does American Ninja Warrior account?
there's
There's
it's
that.
mostly it's a lot of running. It's more
MXC running
climbing.
across those fake bricks.
Okay, I'm gonna say MXC is probably more a running show than anything else. And probably anything Tom Cruise has done, those are all
Yeah,
running. I mean, like
yeah. He's running
Goddard,
every movie. He's running.
he's running. Like posture, like shoulders back
Yeah,
and stuff. I was like, hey, I when they showed that in the beginning credits, I go, that's how I'm
yeah.
supposed to be running. That's how you know you're doing it right. I've been doing it wrong.
Mission Impossible was supposed to be a completely different movie, but Tom just started running. They're like, Tom, what are you doing? We're not running. There's no
They're
reason
like,
to run. But he just
get
kept running. They're like, I guess we're making an action movie now.
just put the camera on him. Let him
Just put the
go.
camera on.
We were ready
Oh,
to go. Always ready to go.
ready to go, guys. And we are ready to go with this anime, guys, which is Run with the Wind. And with that, let us know what you think about this anime. If you heard it before, if you've seen it before, if you are a runner, let us know if you would watch this one, guys. Because we want to know. Like, we don't know anything about running, so we need some input of
Yeah, yeah.
what it's
Mhm.
like. And also, while you're down there in the comments, leave us a say. Also, leave us comments about a show you would like us to watch. If there's another specific show, another specific sport that you want us to cover, drop it in those comments, guys, so we can watch it and cover it and watch it with you and spread it out to the world, guys. Because, like I said, there's a lot of people who have different interests. Anime covers a lot of different stuff, and you never know what's just going to catch somebody's attention, guys. So you got to leave those in those comments. And also, you can go visit us at our website at anime-me.com, where you can find a list of all our episodes, find the links to all our socials and platforms, and where you can buy your own Anime Me pod shirt because you're going to need something to wear while you're getting them games, guys. And we got
stay
you.
stay warm and put a shirt on.
Stay warm and put a shirt on because it's cold outside. Oh, All right, guys. And with that, I've been Joey with my co-host Al, and we will see you on the next one. It is.
Peace.
これはアニメミーでした。これから帰国の旅を始めます。ご清聴ありがとうございました。
Keanu Reeves gets on the bus, and they put the loop on the camera to fool the.
Yeah.
That's what you were. You were just kind of like,
just loop.
You were in a loop. I was like,
it was the AI generation.
I think. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands.
You see, yeah.
Oh,
you can't tell.
You're alive.
You realize.
Oh snap! Oh snap, dude.
Is it freezing over there?
Man, hey, it's Texas cold, bro. They don't know about
Texas
this.
cold.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's different kind of cold, man.
It's I mean, I heard of like people in like Wisconsin talk about like if they bundle up, if they don't bundle up right, they'll get frostbite, like on some exposed skin. But you've never tried to open up a door in Texas in the cold, bro. Okay.
Nah, never.
You never caught a football in this kind of weather. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you never caught football. You never.
And it shows in this freezing cold.
That smack. Oh, it's nothing worse.
Dang, Jojo, was the last time we done this, bro? Last week.
I don't know, man.
It was last week. Yeah, it was last week.
Last year.
Yeah. Let's not ruin the illusion, bro.
Yeah, the illusion. It was last week.
It was last week. Last year. It's been a year. It's been a year.
Oh man. Have you watched the new Squid Games yet? I need to watch it.
Here's a shock for you. I hadn't even watched the old Squid Games. Yeah.
Hey, it was pretty good. I liked it. Like,
I heard it's pretty good. Yeah. I heard they did okay, what else did they do? There's a Squid Games, and then did somebody try to make like a real life Squid Games?
Yeah, so I think there's two things with the real life. So I think Mr. Beast did like a video where it was like Squid Game based.
Yeah, I saw that.
They actually try to do a show like based off Squid Games too, like an actual show.
Like a reality TV show kind of a little bit, right?
Kind of like American Gladiators or Ninja Warrior.
You know what? This reminds me of something. I was just thinking about this. This is a random thought. Let me just throw it out there before we start the podcast.
Each just stop one.
It's just like, it's interesting. Okay, so I've noticed this, and maybe tell me if this, because you know a little bit more, but maybe this will resound with you a little bit.
Yeah.
It's about Japanese entertainment.
It's crazy, right?
Okay, let me tell you this. Let me just get it out. Do you think like they are enamored with like surprises or like pranks? You know what I'm saying? Like, like I feel like always if I'm watching anything crazy in like some sort of Japanese like show, it's always like surprise, it's a trap door, or surprise, you're actually you're not in a bathhouse, you're in like an audience, and they pull the curtains, and like
I feel like at least entertainment wise, they're more showy and more
like surprise.
They get what they're doing. Like they understand. We're trying to make entertainment, so we're gonna just do whatever, because a lot of the stuff is pretty wild, like that you'll see that they come up with. Like there's one where like I've seen a couple of those ones where they're like in the elevator, do the trapdoor prank. There's ones where they're like, I was trying to remember. There's a specific one I remember that I'm thinking of, but I can't really remember it.
Is it the elevator one? The elevator one, right?
Well, that's the elevator one. Like that one always pops up. But just the way they do it too, like the host and stuff, like they'll be like super exaggerated and crazy.
Like, oh,
but I like it too, because sometimes like they'll have it, and then they'll have like all the hosts and like a little window in the corner, like giving
Yeah,
their
and
reactions, talking
yeah,
over it. And but it seems very entertaining though. It's
like it's
like
always they're always ready for the okey doke
yeah,
or the like the
yeah,
surprise but
yeah,
because I'm watching like
yeah,
these animes too, and I'm thinking like it's the same thing,
yeah,
it's like surprise you have
yeah.
superpowers, or
Very
surprise
surprised.
you're the chosen
Yeah,
one, like it's a little
yeah.
bit of
It's
always.
like MXC. MXC was a Japanese show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
another one of those like you're running across the water, jump on these stones. Surprise,
yeah.
that's not a
So
stone.
right,
That's just it's a floaty.
yeah,
Or
it's a floaty.
surprise, you have chest contusions and like.
Surprise, you got a concussion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like,
I feel like that's
so.
how Tua plays football right now. He's gotten so many concussions this year.
Oh my gosh, right, bro? Hey, just he's either a football player or an MXC contestant, bro.
Yeah.